Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Baldur's Gate 3 and Lady Mo's adventures in the Underdark. I've got 3 fights on my mind for today, so we'll be having a look at those, I think. And I've decided we will bring the Bulat along, just because it's funny. Oh, what a good boy. He's a big old man. It's going to be a pain in the butt to get him around the place though. That's the only downside. So where's our first location going to be? We are fighting the Dweger on the beach. We're also going to visit the Arcane Tower and see Bernard. Not sure if Glut and Bullet can follow us there. And we're also going to go and see Bual, possibly. Again, not sure if Gut and Bullet can join us. So in which order should we attempt these things is the question. We can certainly quietly sneak past here. Without aggroing the Dweger. Is it worth it though, or is this the wrong spot? Ah yeah, we can climb down here. We've already lost Bullet. They can generally be returned to us with a trip to camp and back. But yeah, they're not generally able to get around these narrow passageways. I'm wondering if they will join us if we transition down into Boal's domain. Guess there's only one way to find out, and that's to head down there. I'm not even sure if there's a lot of XP down there. But there's more than 0. So let's give it a go. The Festering Cove. We're all here. Bullet is not. However, trip to camp and back, and our big friend has arrived. So, I don't normally consider strategy for this lot, but maybe it's wise to do so today. Who are our rangers? Oh, we got non-lethal damage on. We don't need that right now. So Karlach can be a ranger. Gale definitely is because he's a sorcerer. Will's a hexblade, so Will and Mo probably want to be downstairs. Karlach could come over this way. Actually, the whole crew might need to come down initially, because we might have to go up that way to get to the upper people. Once again, Bullet is not joining us, but maybe we can just do a jump poke. Good, he's down here. So Karlach, do you want to come this way?
Our blood to fill
Okay.
your oceans, O blessed Boal. Our bones to build your temple in the deep.
A wave of pure devotion washes over you, and with every surge you feel a presence grow in response.
Purge, priest, Prometheus, your god wants proof, wants blood.
These beings of Kuatoa, former Mind Flayer slaves that manifest their gods through sheer belief.
You, our Lord of Murder, demands sacrifice. You will be an offering for the great god Boal.
Well, you can give it a rest. Your god isn't real.
Not real.
You sense a flicker of doubt, brief but enough. For an instant, the godly presence falters.
Look at me. If there's any god of death here, it's me. Don't know what sort of roll we need to pass this check. That'll do it though.
No! Shut it!
Shut a rotten mouth.
You feel the presence waver, One moment a god of awesome power, the next a common redcap.
Bollocks! Don't do anything hasty now. The fish folk got plenty of power. We can share. Blessed Boal. What? Shut it, you! I'm talking to my chosen. Chosen got power. You want power, don't you?
I won't let you enslave them any longer.
Kiss my ass, then. This Lord of Murder likes doing his own dirty work. Kill! Kill for Boal!
Okay, so everyone is aggroed. This is fine. Karlach did make her way up top during that cutscene, which is pretty great. So she could start by... I mean, she could start by shoving that one off a cliff, possibly. Interesting. What happened there? Doesn't seem to have any abilities that suggest it should be immune to shoves. But here we are. It's still alive. Hisk. There we go. Okay. At least we're disadvantaging it by being up there. We're going to send Gale up this way to disadvantage this one. But before he gets there... Fireball on... Could fireball most of the others. Seems as though there's a little tiny smidge of fence in the way it stops us getting Boal in the mix as well. But that was pretty good. Shovel! Nice. And then Mo, what are you going to do? We're going to get a rage on for one thing. And then, let's see, if we stand here, can we bleed these two? We crit one, we just hit the other, but they're both bleeding. And that one's now silenced as well. Paul Drip's already dead, so he can't do spells or any gubbins. Now Will. Whittling down their numbers seems like a smart move. 10 to 38 damage seems strong. Left on 7. There we go. Sadly, they're all going to act before Roulette. That's reasonable damage on Mo from that bugger. Now, Roulette. Where do you want to jump to? There? Nice. It's good damage. You've knocked down a bunch of buggers. You didn't knock down Boal though, unfortunately. 8 to 52 damage on a bite though. Nice. 27 damage and acid. That's why we brought Roulette along. And what are you going to do? Multi-attack can hit prone targets. Glut gets a kill. Wonderful. Ranged attacks, yes, yes. Probably not worth it. It's 3 damage. We're already bleeding, so... Piss, Karlach. We'll take Legion of Bees teleport, because It'll give us a bit more movement towards this bugger. And then Gale can continue to work his way up towards that one, perhaps.
Rook to queen 6.
Ig miss. Not ideal. Shovel, you could actually kill this one. Brilliant. We love you. And then Mo. Let's see. We'll bleed Buar, who is not terribly dead at this point. Do we want Reckless? Probably not, because if he's going to hit us another 3 times, that's not going to work out well for us. Can we shove him? We can, although that didn't prevent an opportunity attack from coming our way. Let's run anyway. I'd rather have an opportunity attack than like a triple attack. We want that to be on the Bullet instead, if at all possible. It's kind of hard to actually attack Buar when he's hidden under the Bullet. Damage and prone. That's horrible. Yeah, Glut, get in there and give him a smack, or not. Bullet, you want to bite Buar? That'd be great. Piss, 90% chance. And he failed. We haven't got the movement speed for a deadly leap. We can afford a spell slot to shield on Gale, I think. This guy can get messed up. Not fully, but mostly. Now, Gale, shall we send a firebolt at Buar? No, because there's rocks in the way. We'll just continue to miss with our attacks then. Shovel can try and claw Buar if at all possible. It's not possible. Not today anyway. Now, I was kind of thinking he'd be dead by now, which is why I moved away with Mo. Eats 8. What's with all these misses with really high chances of hit? 80% again, and it's a miss. This is bollocks. So can Mo deal 26 damage? I mean, she could jump back in to the fray. %. Good. And then 85%. Good. Bual is down.
Our Lord has been murdered.
Yep. Now, big bounce. Cannot reach. Can reach there though. Knock the bugger back as well. And then ruined its day forever. It's gone well, this fight. This is what having a bull out on your side will do for you. This bugger's frightened. And could be shoved a little bit. which means everyone down below should be able to get some shots off on it without too much difficulty. And victory is ours. For not much in the way of decent loot, really. But Bual himself would have dropped something. Just a regular sickle. I thought you dropped a special one. Maybe Pool Drip dropped a special one. There we go. The sickle of Bual. Lovely. And our next step should probably be the Arcane Tower, I think. It's a bit cramped over here. But we're free. Big thump of Bullet joining us. Now, have we cleared these out already? It looks like it's switched off. I had vague memories of coming here already and switching this off. Which means we should be able to waltz straight into the tower. The question is, will Bullet come up with in the lift with us? The other question is, do we need a short rest? We've taken a little bit of damage. So it probably can't hit. Now, ascend. Yes, Bullet does join us in the lift, which means he can join us for our next major battle. Don't think we explored up here. That ring suggests that we definitely didn't.
Have to keep going.
So we want to find all the bits of the play if we can.
Seems like the owner was quite the literary type.
Handwritten letter. That's not part of the play, but we'll have a look anyway. Is it this book? The Roads to Darkness? That might have been the bit that allows us to speak to Bernard. Definitely can't see anything else up here that might be relevant, so I think we're okay to ascend.
New sounds to dampen dark oppression break. Is it the foe? Her foul, contemptuous heel?
You know these words. They are from the opening stanza of a play you found in this very tower.
Or art thou a friend, a rescue from my lonely wake?
Come out of love for me, not love for blood and steel. Command as you see fit, my lord, my liege.
Excellent. We are up and we are safe. There are, in honor mode, a whole bunch of extra animated armors. There's 6 of the buggers. This is an outrage. Bernard himself has legendary actions. So, he's got alert, so he can't be surprised. Okay. Leaping static. You can launch leaping static at a foe after being attacked. Strikes them with lightning. And then electrifies as many as 3 other characters within 6 meters. Okay. So we want to spread out. You can multi-attack while under the effects of a static discharge aura. And he can stun the wielder. Oh no, his weapon can stun the wielder unless they're a construct, which he is. So, spreading out then. Seems like a wise move. Is that more than 6 meters away? Is that more than 6 meters away? Because these animated armors need to be dealt with. So Mo can stand by one. Glut, you can just sort of stand, I guess. Bullet, you can stroll over here. Can we unchain you from... Let's see. Okay, seems Bullet just wants to stand next to me. Very well. Karlach, you can stand over here though. Will? Resistance to psychic and poison. And Bernard's also resistant to fire, lightning, and weapon attacks. So, Will, your blade deals psychic damage. Do we have any other weapons about our person that Will could possibly equip for situations such as this? We've got the Sickle of Bual. It's not amazing. Will, would you like to pop back to camp? Do we have any trinkets in here that might help you? You can use pretty much anything. You're not using a shield right now. So maybe we're using a shield. You might have been. I think we'll give you cyanide for now. We don't have a lot of weapons going on in the spare chest for now, but cyanide is better than nothing. And now it's hexed. So you and Shovel just chill out up here. Maybe Eldritch Blast would be good against Bernard because he's not immune to force damage. So Karlach's over there. Gale. Why are you here, Gale? Why did you not join the crew upstairs? Are you going to drag everyone out of position now when you try and use the elevator, or is the fact that we've separated you going to prevent this? Okay, all is well. Now, you do have decent armor class. But do we want you getting up close and personal with this one over here? Or do we not? I mean, yeah, they're going to probably use ranged attacks and whatnot, so why not? Eh? Potentially over here as well.
An unconventional weapon, but it might just be an effective one.
Yeah, we'll grab the club of Hill Giant Strength. It's probably not better for Will than the mace that he's currently holding. So I think we're good to go. Now, you are immune... Well, you're resistant to bludgeoning damage and stuff. You're not resistant to acid damage. Maybe that's how we begin. Is we just phlegm all over you and one of your mates. Now let's see how we do. So Karlach, 55%. Do we just try shoving it first? Okay, hasn't worked. Pisk. Knockback from the bees? It might save against it. So maybe we would just do extra damage. Now Will. That's damage of a sort. Again, it's not really being shoved. Ah, I should have used Boom Blade. What an uber spoon I am. Shovel! Nice try. Now Mo. Let's rage it up. It's often useful. This bugger... Gah, dang it. Now Gale. 30%, yeah. What if we shocking grass the bugger? Yeah. And now we could move away from it, to be honest. But I do want to keep it with disadvantage. And we even got to hit him with our staff. So a lot of these are going to just miss. Why have they got 2 attacks when they're level 3? That seems cheating. Glut can try and help. These 2 are melee. Oof. Wow. So let's start with a deadly leap. saved against it. Did he now? I'm wondering what's best. Half damage from piercing, bludgeoning, slashing. So what's best? Up to 19 acid damage or up to 26? Yeah, I think we go with bite. We did miss though. That's unfortunate. And stack overdrive has begun. So we generally probably want to be away from the bugger. Oh, we did succeed. 14 extra damage. It's still alive. It might come back at the elevator. But it's not bothering us this turn. Will did decent damage to his. And he's managed to push it. Shovel. Does good damage again. Now Mo is within range of this, which I don't like. But we also definitely want these buggers down. Are we going to get opportunity attacks? No, we're not. I guess we're invisible, so of course we're not. Gale, I think Shocking Grasp and just staying up close continues to be the best bet against that guy. Ranged attack. We could shield against it. He's going to try and attack us twice, so I think we will shield this time. And yeah, this one's having to dash to try and do much of anything. Glut took a hit. We don't like this. Just step away, Glut. It's for the best. Now, Bulat. You're the best. Once again, he's saved. Can we actually hit him this time? 55%. What were the odds on acid? The same. Okay. And then used his electroshock thing. And then he just stabbed up Glut quite a bit. Not sure about that. Glut might be dead, you know. That would be unfortunate. That guy down there is still just being a knob, so let's yeah, let's Hunter's Mark this bad boy. We could always use knockback, see if we can. No, we saved against it. Oh, and he's broken Hunter's Mark by firing his thing at Karlach. This is unfortunate to some extent. Now these buggers, maybe we... Yeah, maybe Eldritch Blast them. And then Shovel. This one's still alive. Whoops. Well, Shovel's taking care of that problem. Now Mo. Let's bash this one about. Unfortunate. It's got high defense, but let's see if we can't give it a shove. Okay, where would we have to stand to shove it? Down there. There we go. Bonk. Down it goes. And then let's shuffle very slightly if we can. Gale, you just keep doing your thing. It's working well. Can this one even hit us from down here? It can. Dang it. There goes Glut. Which means there goes Bullet, unfortunately. So, Karlach. Do you want to shoot that one? Gets rid, at least. And... Will. You haven't got the range to hit Bernard. You could jump down here. It would only cost you a bit of HP. And you haven't gone prone, that's good. That's big damage. And it's actually pushed him into a chasm. Amazing. We didn't want any loot off him, so I will heckin' take it. Now Mo, do you want to help Gale? He's just been stood over here, shocking this guy for a bit. There we go. Victory is ours. I assume we got the XP for Bernard, even though he fell. Doesn't say that we got XP for him. Got 40 experience. Bernard perished in a chasm. Maybe we didn't. But the main thing is, we got through the fight. And that's another honor mode fight out of the way successfully. Now, is the ring left over there? Or was the ring on Bernard? Maybe we can't get into the basement because the ring wasn't on Bernard. Yeah. Oh well, we may have lost the ring and therefore the basement. We can live with that. We might not get any XP for Glut's quest because Glut is dead. But that's fine, probably. One thing we can certainly still do is go to the Decrepit Village and deal with Get Cole and his crew. Potentially a very tricky fight. Oop, wrong way. Is the Chest of the Mundane up here, or is that on a different floor? Yeah, but we robbed that, okay. Yeah, I don't like this fight.
Where am I needed?
Against Gek and his friends. Because if you don't take Gek down on turn 1, he's going to summon like half a dozen undead buggers. And it's a right pain. But maybe with an invisible shovel attack we can surprise him. And gain the advantage. Shovel is the best, and we love her. So, we've got a man who's not actually invisible, but probably should be. We've got another man in there who might spot us if we're not careful. Ah, we've also detected him. Good. So we're all creepy creep. Maybe we'll wait here. Shovel uses her invisibility to sneak down. And let's have a look. Moss-covered stone. That's usually where Gek would hang out. Is he disguised as a moss-covered stone in honor mode so you can't surprise attack him? That would be unfortunate. We can still attack it though. But it does nothing apparently. Well, that scuppered my plans. Only slightly. We'll pop up here and we'll attack Lurgan instead. We'll still get a surprise round. There we go. Right, come on crew. Will. I mean, do we want to blast him off the edge? Maybe. It does do good damage. But does it make it harder for us to kill Gek before he gets to act.
Carcass can rise.
Maybe. Mo. He is surprised. He's last to act, which is amazing. Piss. I was like... Oh, for God's sake. That's frustrating. Now, Gale. Please do some damage to Gek. I mean, we could guarantee it. That's good damage. We do not need that bugger alive. Will has kind of already done his thing. Where's Karlach? There we go, she's in the fight. So Will. Yeah, you've already done your thing, so maybe you just stand up there. And then Karlach. Oh, fuck's sake. What are these rolls? It's good damage. You're surprised. Oh no, you're no longer surprised. Okay. Hunter's Mark we can live with. This guy is just some sort of barbarian type, so he's cool. Shovel! Oh, did I forget to hex Will's blade again? I may have done. I think we'll counterspell that, because we don't want lightning exploding everything. Don't heal that prick. Now, can we just get down there and smack him? We'll have a mid-combat autosave. Wonderful. Excellent. May as well smack this lad as well. Right, I'm feeling good about this fight at this stage. We're at short rests, aren't we? So there's no point in holding on to our spell slots. Who's the bigger threat? That guy's just going to smack Mo a bit. This guy is going to fire arrows at us. So, yeah, ruining his day is a good idea. Will, is your weapon hexed? No. 64%. We can't hex it in combat. We can still do good damage with it, even if it's not hexed. Although we can't attack twice with it in a turn. I'm very silly. Now, big boy down here. Yeah, just take the extra damage. The extra 1 damage. You can fire your arrows. Yeah, we'll shield it. Hunter's Mark, we don't need to counterspell that, really. This guy's just got a bit tougher with his bare heart. Ouch. Shovel threatening this guy is probably a good idea. And again, we don't want Glyph of Warding. That does big damage from what I recall. Bit of Booming Blade damage is always nice. Now, you have gone reckless. So we should be able to do huge damage to you. We got anything special we can do? Any lacerations? Yeah. Whether he saved against it. What a spoon. Yeah, let's attack him whilst he's reckless. Just getting the hits where we can. And then we'll... Eldritch Blast is probably the way. It's only 50%, so I use them both on Lurgan to be on the safe side. And you can have the bees. This fight is so much easier if Gek doesn't get the chance to raise the dead. Otherwise you end up with like an extra 5 enemies in the fight or something stupid. Good, Shovel gets the kill. And we get some loot. The Exterminator's Axe. Deals extra damage to plants, insects or small creatures. That could be useful. Now we should probably pop back to our Myconid friend and tell them what's happened. Hello, Spore.
It greets you with a harrowing elegy, cheerless as the new moon.
The Dweger are slain. The rot's been purged.
The music shifts, still melancholic, but now streaked with hope.
Do you hear a new harmony? Serenity. I name you Peace Bringer.
Fragrant spores waft through the air. Your heart swells with bliss with your every breath.
Freely you have given to us. Freely you may take. The Guardian Gate is open. Go and claim your reward. But before this, I have another boon to ask of you. You have cut out the Dwegar blight, but not its source.
In your mind's eye, Spore shows you a drow striding among Myconid dead.
Near. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him in turn. Bring me his head, and I will know my circle is safe.
My, this sovereign likes to delegate.
Yeah, I think we can do that. We'll bring in his head. He's on my list of honor mode fights that need to be done.
The drow lurks in the ruins beyond the lake. Bring him death, and return.
Lovely stuff. What I should have done though is long rested first. Because then we would have got a 1d6 to all of our rolls. And we could have kept that going for some time. But we're out of short rest, so we've got one more decently difficult fight before we lose the bliss spores probably. Oh well, live and learn again. Now let's chat with these guys. Ameluum.
Greetings. What knowledge do you seek?
Let's ask about the ring. We'd like the ring, please.
What shall you offer in exchange?
We're very charismatic, so I think we could probably pass a performance check. We could also pass a persuasion check. Yeah, mind flayers are the problem here. You owe me.
That is true. And I cannot imagine many other mind flayers will offer restitution. Here, it is yours.
Thank you.
May it serve you as well as it has served me.
That could mean any number of things.
Of course, the lava remains. Be ever vigilant of its growth.
Now, do we need to buy anything
I greet you, son-child.
from Ameluum? Pearl of Power, Boots of Stormy Clamour. Kind of cool, but we're not really doing that sort of thing. Ring of Salving, we're not really healing all that much. Shade Spell, whenever the wearer's obscured in shadow, their spells gain a bonus, making them more likely to succeed. And Creation's Echo. Okay, I don't think Aemelion is selling anything that we desperately require. A little bit of selling
Have
done
you
though.
spoken with Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries?
And Blurg. One last check of you before we move on. The Baneful is pretty cool. But I don't know if we're going to need another non-Shadow Blade weapon before Act 2. And then I've got a different weapon in mind for Will. One that seems pretty cool that I've not used before. It's not like a meta build weapon or anything like that, but could be fun. Now, let's get some loot for ourselves. Cool. XP. That's the main loot. The book on Flumph mating rituals.
Mating rituals. An odd book for a drow to carry.
So who's clever? Anyone? Are we all idiots? We're all pretty much idiots. But Gale is supposed to be clever, so maybe we'll give the book to him.
The cover proudly announces this book to be Flumph Mating Rituals.
Let's have an investigate. I mean, Karlach might have been the best bet. But there we go, you see. You can always trust Gale.
The scrutiny proves too much. The lurid text melts away before your eyes. An illusion. What remains are simple instructions written in a spare hand. The secret to forging adamantine.
Grand. Maybe that's a bit more XP. Oh, it's an inspiration. Okay. We can drop the book now. We've learned what we need to.
All right, what now?
So the answer to what now, Mo, is that it's the end of the episode. But next time, we are going to be riding on a little boat, wobbling across these oily waters to find ourselves at the Grim Forge. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.